Hey there guys, Yawn hello, Moonlight Butterfly Miku back again with another Moonlight Butterfly Miku Talks TV. So, in this episode I'm going to be talking about this show called 16. It used to come on Cartoon Network like a long time ago along with Total Drama Island. It was a Canadian show, but I loved it. It was a pretty funny show. But this episode is called Silent but Deadly. Very funny episode, at least in my opinion. It's one of my favorites, actually. So, pretty much, this is a Nikki and Jonesy based episode because the two of them were trying to have a date alone, but the rest of the crew wanted to kind of come along and they didn't want that. So they told them Nikki told them that they just want time alone. They have to understand that, they're a couple now and they want to go out on dates alone, not just the whole crew, but alone. So, what happened there, then, the rest of the crew, they decided to do something else while Nikki and Jonesy had their date. So this is where the funny part comes in. When they went back to Jonesy's house to watch a movie, I don't know what it was, but Nikki's stomach started acting up bad, like grumbling and bubbling. So she really had to go to the bathroom. And this is where the hilarity ensues, is the fact that she got stuck in Jonesy's bathroom. Not only he pretty much, because the bathroom is right next to Jonesy's room, and she didn't want him to hear all the farting and all that stuff while she going to the bathroom, which is completely understandable. You don't really want to let your boyfriend hear you taking a dump, but it's natural in its life. So the funny thing is that them farts she was ripping was freaking loud, and Jonesy heard it, and it made it more awkward because Jonesy was trying to act, put on music and be loud, and Nikki was already embarrassed as hell. She was like, I can't believe this is happening to me right now. So then when she calls Caitlin for advice, she gives her the wrong advice. But the bad part is Nikki ended up clogging up the toilet. That's where the craziness comes in. She didn't mean to clog the toilet, but it was just so many things that was going on in that bathroom. So I think the toilet paper was what jammed the toilet up. Not her poop, I think it was the toilet. And when she tried to flush it, it just kept rising. So since Jen is pretty much Jonesy's stepsister, she talked to her about it, like what to do about the toilet. And Jen's like, just leave it alone. Let Jonesy's dad fix it or something. And she was like, it's too late. I can't do that because the doo-doo is floating in the toilet. It was terrible. That whole scene, every time I see it, is hilarious. So after that whole incident, and Nikki ran out after the toilet then overflowed and all the mess got all over the place, Nikki was mortified and she just ran out. And Jonesy's just standing there like, I don't know what the hell happened, but yeah, it was just, it's crazy. And then this is the part that I don't know if I could call it childish, really. It was embarrassing, yeah. I'd be embarrassed too, but at the same time, you can't let that stop you from, seeing each other. Because after that incident, Nikki was avoiding both of them, they were avoiding each other for a while because of what happened. And I found that to be really, I felt it was unnecessary. I'll put it that way. I'm like, I could have just talked about it. I'm like, it couldn't be helped. It was an accident. She didn't mean to clog the toilet up. She just was embarrassed by the entire situation. And yeah, it is pretty embarrassing. But again, like I stated before, this is a natural bodily function. People poop. It happens. Whether you hear it or whatever, you're only human. So I felt like they took it a little bit too seriously about the entire incident when they could have just laughed about it and left it alone. But they went through a whole half of the day not speaking to each other because Nikki was too embarrassed. They didn't even want to speak on the phone. That's how awkward the whole situation was. And then the rest of the crew, Jen and the rest of them, tried to get them back together, and they was telling Jonesy that, oh, you better fix this because you lost her before. It was hard to get her back. Don't ruin this. Pretty much they were telling him not to be a fuck up and don't fuck up this relationship. So at the very end, it was all back to normal. Everything was good. There was a B plot about Jude liking some girl named Melinda Wilson. That she's like this popular girl or whatever, and she didn't want to be seen in public with Jude because he's younger than she is. And that was B plots kind of make no sense sometimes. But I agree with what Jen said about that situation. That if a girl, a person in general, if they're not happy to be seen in public with you, then why are you even attempting to make things work? You should just end it. Which at the end of that episode, like after Jonesy and Nikki made up and forgot about the whole thing, you know, when Jude went into a vent, and I don't even know how the hell they got inside that vent, and he literally farted and she couldn't take the smell, and he was like, oh, if you can't stay with me now, then this is never gonna work. And she literally bailed, like she fell down into a fucking dressing room at the khaki bar. That whole episode was a whole ass mess, but it was funny. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It was pretty much a toilet humor episode, and it was funny. Yeah, I get that it is embarrassing to poop at your boyfriend's house, because a lot of girls, I noticed, that do that. If they have their boyfriend's house, they don't want them to see that part of them, like, oh, I take a dump, or I get my periods, things like that. It's like, come on, these are natural human body functions. You're gonna poop if you gotta poop. Hell, I'll be honest, if it's me and I'm at my boyfriend's house, if either I'm spending the night or if I was just spending time with a boyfriend or whatever, I wouldn't be like, oh, hold on, I gotta go home because I gotta go take a dump. Please, I'm be like, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom. You got air freshener? Because I'm just that type of girl. I'm not gonna let stupid, superficial shit like that ruin a relationship. It's just dumb, it's stupid. But this was a funny episode. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Like I said, I'm only giving the synopsis. But other than that, you got to see it for yourself. You're going to be laughing because it's pretty funny. It had me dying all throughout the entire thing. The first time I saw it, I was like, what is going on here? So I have to rate this episode. Honestly, I give it a 7 because it was funny, but at the same time it was kind of ridiculous and a bit like, childish in a sense, because if you really love someone, you're gonna not let something like pooping ruin that, So I'll give it about a 7. So yeah, that's about it. That's quick talk about that episode. Very funny episode, very funny show. It was a good show while it had its run. If you haven't seen 16, you can go and check it out. Maybe they have it on some streaming platforms or something, or some websites. You can go check it out. It's a pretty good show. Very interesting show. If you like total drama, then you'll like this because they share a lot of the similar voice actors, so you'll enjoy it. So give it a check out. So guys, thanks so much for watching another episode of Moonlight Butterfly Miku Talks TV. I will have more coming soon, so I hope you tune in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. It is greatly appreciated. And as always, this is Moonlight Butterfly Miku saying bye guys. Have a great day.